Our government is structured on the Constitution, which oversees the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. There are three branches of government, the first of which is the legislative. This is known as Congress and has the power to make laws. There are two houses, Senate and House of Representatives. The Senate is where each state is represented by two members. The House of Representatives is where each state is represented proportionally by population. The executive branch is headed by the President. He has no power to make laws or interpret them, but responsible to preserve, protect, and defend them. Then there is the judicial branch, responsible for administering justice, and upholds the Constitution and all the statutes related to it. The important roles in government are President, Vice President, Speaker of the House, and Secretary of State. President. His job is to approve the laws that Congress creates. When the Senate and the House approve a bill, they send it to the President. If he agrees with the law, he signs it, and the law goes into effect. If the President does not like a bill, he can refuse to sign it, which is called a veto. If he vetoes a bill, it will most likely never become a law, and Congress can override a veto. But to do so, 2/3 of the members of Congress must vote against the President. He also serves as the American head of state, meaning that he meets with the leaders of other countries and can make treaties with them. However, the Senate must approve any treaty before it becomes official. Also, the President is the official head of the U.S. military. He can authorize the use of troops overseas without declaring war. To officially declare war, though, he must get the approval of Congress. Then the Vice President. In politics, a Vice President is a politician whose primary job is to replace the President on the event of his or her death or resignation. As President of the Senate, the Vice President has two primary duties: to cast a vote in the event of a Senate deadlock and to preside over and certify the official vote count of the U.S. Electoral College. The Speaker of the House. The Speaker is responsible for ensuring that the House passes legislation supported by the majority party. In pursuing this goal, the Speaker may utilize his or her power to determine when each bill reaches the floor. When the Speaker and the President belong to the same party, the Speaker normally plays a less prominent role as the leader of the majority party. The Secretary of State has the unique meaning of the official responsible for foreign policy. The U.S. Secretary of State is the head of the United States Department of State. In the presidential lineup of succession, the Secretary of State is the highest-ranking member of the cabinet. The Secretary serves as a principal advisor to the President in the determination of the U.S. foreign policy and is responsible for overall direction, coordination, and supervision of interdepartmental activities of the U.S. government overseas. In state government, there are three branches: the executive, headed by state governor, who oversees city mayors; legislative, which is run by the state senators; and judicial, headed by state Supreme Court, which hears appeals from the lower state courts. There are also three types of laws: supreme, which are laws as outlined by the Constitution; state laws passed by the governor and state legislator; and local city laws that are upheld by local law enforcement.